Bonjour tout le monde. Prime Minister, distinguished guests representing every aspect of government in Canada, as well as the government of Ukraine, and most especially today, members of the families of those precious loved ones whose lives were so tragically and so criminally taken exactly 5 years ago this morning in the dangerous skies over Tehran. It is a privilege to join you in this solemn remembrance. Thank you for inviting me to do so. For most of these past 5 years, I've been stationed in London as Canada's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. But I have also continued as Special Advisor for Canada's ongoing response to Iran's brutal attack on Ukraine International Airlines Flight number 752, an attack that was indeed wrongful and unlawful, killing 177 innocent people, most of them with direct ties to Canada. Meeting, listening, and learning from the families is an extraordinary experience. They, you, are all very different people from different backgrounds at different stations in life, with different perceptions and priorities. But you are all united by love and by the trauma of having your loved ones ripped away. And you rightly cry out for justice. From the very beginning, Canadians have stood shoulder to shoulder with the families in that cry, sharing your outrage at the corrupt, devious, malevolent regime in Tehran, and united in absolute determination to get transparency about what truly happened on January the 8th, 2020, to extract accountability from the regime responsible, and ultimately to achieve justice for those who died. As Special Advisor and High Commissioner, I've had a unique vantage point from which to observe and monitor progress. It is a long road to transparency, accountability, and justice. We knew it would be, especially since the perpetrators of this huge crime control the site and all the evidence and the witnesses and the suspects. Indeed, they control the entire investigation into their own wrongdoing. The attitudes of the regime in Tehran are antithetical to ours. They show no regard for human rights, the rule of law, investigative and judicial credibility and independence, or the most basic obligations of civilized international behavior. None of that seems to matter to them. But let me make 3 points about where we are at to date. First, while the international legal procedures available to Canada and our fellow aggrieved countries in Ukraine, Sweden, and the United Kingdom are complex, onerous, and time-consuming, this case is moving forward both at the International Court of Justice and at the International Civil Aviation Organization more proficiently and more quickly than in any other comparable proceeding in the sad history of aviation disasters. Second, beyond timing, we are moving cohesively and comprehensively. The legal representatives of all 4 countries, I'm happy to report, are very much on the same page with each other and with you. I've attended meetings with them and with our external counsel, including Canada's own Payamakavan and others. They are all highly skilled professionals. Together, they bring more than a century of experience and expertise to this file. They are innovative and motivated. Beyond doubt, they will present a compelling case before the highest legal tribunals in the world, demanding justice for your families. Those legal arguments are buttressed by top-notch proactive diplomacy, led by Canada, but ably reinforced by the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and Sweden. Together, our diplomats around the world are ensuring that all relevant capitals are fully and accurately informed about the facts pertaining to Flight PS752 and what is at stake for the world in our cases now before ICAO and the ICJ. Other countries have expressed their gratitude for Canada's leadership, and we in turn are grateful for all of their close collaboration and support. And you will hear directly this afternoon from the Ukrainian ambassador to Canada. I have also heard from the UK government directly and from my counterpart, the ambassador of Sweden in the United Kingdom. They have both asked me to extend their deepest condolences to all family members gathered here today and their staunchest resolve and solidarity in the ongoing legal and diplomatic work to ensure the ultimate vindication for the families. Canada, Ukraine, Sweden, and the United Kingdom stand unequivocally together with you. And that brings me to my third and final observation, and that is the central importance of the work the families have done from the very outset and continue to do today to honor your loved ones. You have been thoughtful and articulate. You have been decent and dignified. You have been persistent and unrelenting. And that is what drives everything forward. That is what mobilizes the lawyers and the diplomats and the public servants and the international institutions and the political leadership of 4 great countries. It is you, the families. So please never stop. You have captured public attention worldwide. You have caused the establishment of a national day for the remembrance of the victims of air disasters. You have inspired a memorial scholarship program. You have accelerated Transport Canada's Safer Skies initiative to better protect civil aviation from the criminal negligence of rogue states and to demand credible, independent investigations, especially when a culprit's country's military is implicated. You have provided invaluable information, insight, and perspective that has strengthened Canada's legal analysis and strategy. You have achieved the expansion of sanctions and other special measures, as well as the listing of the IRGC under the Criminal Code of Canada. You have made the point that monetary compensation is not your primary goal. Getting the truth and holding the culprits to account, that is what truly matters. And your clear-eyed, undistracted, unfailing focus has ensured that the victims of this tragedy, the victims of this travesty, will indeed have their day in court. Accountability will come with the whole world watching. It is an honor to be associated with you. Thank you very much.